Well, hello, and welcome back. So, what I want to do is a reading for New Zealand. Someone asked me if I would do it. You wouldn't think it was actually snowing here, but the sun's shining right in my face. But anyway, so I'm going to do a wee reading for New Zealand. So we'll just get started. All right, we'll just get started. So let me remove my on, and we'll get started. Hold on, I'll remove the banner there now so you can see the cards. There we go. Right, so for New Zealand, we'll do the immediate past for New Zealand in the present. Oops, wow. How many came out for the past? The present for New Zealand, please. In the future. Oh wow. Gosh. Right, okay, that's the future. Right, there was quite a few came for the past, right? So we'll just take these out. Right, so we'll move that in now, right? So the immediate, right, the immediate past. It's as if do you know what it is? They were building. They could not believe their luck that many New Zealanders went for their narrative. Okay, so this is the past 2 years, right? Went for the narrative. Um, many New Zealanders have been left out in the cold, financially as well. There's something to do with the country's finances as well. Um, like hidden secrets in the past. I think is it Jacinda, whatever the hell her name is, right? She's hiding secrets. She's hiding secrets. Okay, they're just about to get exposed. Just about to get exposed. She wasn't what you thought she was. She no, she presented herself as something she wasn't, of something she wasn't, right? Um, right, there's a powerful man, a powerful male entity. Um, I would say just about to take over. So this must be coming into the present. Coming into the present. Okay, so this is the present for New Zealand. Right. It's all coming through. I've got to watch what I'm doing in these cards. Right, it's all coming full circle. Right? The present, things are going to get exposed. I would say between now and May. Between now and May. She's trying to keep a lid on everything that she's been getting up to. And it's all just, see, like that one that Minda said, it's going to get exposed. She's trying to keep a lid on what she's been getting up to, but and right now it doesn't feel like it. But New Zealand, you're winning. The people of New Zealand are waking up to her, waking up. That's the present, right? Future, right? The future. Those who kept you enslaved, those who tried to enslave you, they're that's ended in the future. It's ended, and you are going to be celebrating. And I would say this is the near future. Absolute celebration coming. All those things that she tried to hide are all coming out. Eh, I would say between now and May. Now and May. Okay. So the next, I think it's these ones I take next. Right. So between now and May, that's the past. Present, please. In future. Oh, that one wanted out. Future. Right. So let's see. Right. Whatever she was trying to do, because it came out sideways, right? It's been done in vain, right? So whatever she was trying to bring into New Zealand, it's been done in vain. Do you know, the gods always had to. You know, there was help from above, there was help from a divine source, there was help. So whatever she tried to do is it's not like I said, it was in vain. And it was part of her vanity. It was her. Was she well loved at the start? Is this Jacinda? Was she well loved? Did you all trust and love and trust her? Because that's what we did with Sturgeon. We trusted her. And I think it's the same with Jacinda. I think you put your trust in someone that didn't have your back, that didn't have your back. Your present. Right, have faith. You have to keep the faith. Keep your faith going. She was offered money and power, and that was what she was offered, and she took it. But have faith. This is for the country as a whole. Have faith, because you're more powerful than she is. It's just getting you to the stage where you know that. When you know that. The future perception. Hold a mirror up. Oops. Hold a mirror up to people who are coming in the future, as in, why are they here? What are they doing? And what's their intention? Even now, for people saying, "Oh, I'm coming in to save you." Well, no, you need to save yourselves. We all do. Humanity needs to save itself. It can't rely on people. I've got this kind of sneaky suspicion that society, humanity as a whole, will not be as trusting and, powerful people as they once were. Keep going, like, so we'll throw them this and we'll throw them that, and then they'll be so busy concentrating on what we've, what's here, that you'll not see what we're doing over here, So we'll just elaborate a bit more, please. Elaborate a wee bit more. Oops. Right, so past, present, and future, please. Future. Right, so the past for New Zealand. Right. There was nothing really major in New Zealand. New Zealand was quite self-sufficient. It was doing okay. I think tourist-wise as well. Even in the first, like the first month, everybody thought that this was for their own good, locking people down. I see hotels. I see a big hotel that people were stuck in when they let them out. It was like being in prison, but only this was a hotel. So it was this quarantine, was this people coming into New Zealand and getting quarantined and tested daily. It was all to do with fear, keeping you in a perpetual state of fear, but this was for everybody. Right, the present. Right, so the hold that she's got in New Zealand is crumbling away. And you can see people in New Zealand are beginning to see with new eyes, with open eyes, what these people were doing. And she's afraid. She's absolutely afraid because she knows where she's going. Future. The future's going to be bright. You've got a good future. It's going to be better. But only if you keep on top of who you put in power and keep an absolute eye on them, and get new laws in where they can get recalled, they can, they serve you. Okay, so it looks as if maybe between now and May, New Zealand, that things are going to start really happening. But just be careful that they're no hiding things in plain sight, because that's what we're doing over here. We've got a Bill of Rights coming in, which we're getting out to the public. Because, I mean, I said my background's media, so I'm getting it out to the public as well. Right, show the world the real you. Do you know, New Zealand is going to be like the showcase to the world. What can be done. What can be done. It's as if, New Zealanders are going to be you know, that this is how. Do you remember? I don't know. You maybe don't remember when Iceland went bankrupt and they jailed all their politicians, and I think they jailed their bankers. I think this is going to happen in New Zealand. That's the impression I'm getting, where New Zealanders are going to say this must never happen again. Not only in New Zealand, but I think it looks as if it might start in New Zealand, where like, no, 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 we're not going to put up with this again. How dare you try and do this to us? So all in all, look out between now and May, because it's all going to, you know, like I said, the hold that this Jacinda's had on you is going to start crumbling. It's crumbling now. You can see the fear in their eyes. I can see, I'll come back on, I always tell you what I know, right? Hold on, I'll just come back on. There we go. Right. I was watching just to get a wee feel, you know, and get kind of into New Zealand's energy. And I was getting kind of a case of, you know, I've lost the gist of what I was saying there. That she was loved. She was on a par with Sturgeon, because Sturgeon was the same. She had a persona about her. She made people think that she really cared when she didn't. And now, when I was watching, you know, like say, getting a feel for that, this is how I do it. I go to the, you know, like say, and kind of watch what's going on in the country. Well, not kind of the news, but see, to get a feel for Canada, I went and watched, like say, you know, holidays and stuff like that, just to get a feel of Canada's energy. And then obviously you've seen it going down and down and down. It was the same all over the world. And it was the same in New Zealand. And it went down, the energy went down and down. It was as if they were sucking the good energy right out of New Zealand. And then I kind of caught, it must have been an update or something she was doing, and you could actually see the fear in their eyes. So she's frightened. She's frightened because this isn't working. The narrative is falling apart around the world, and we just need to make sure that they don't bring in something else. You know, they don't go with something else, and you know, just think, oh well, that's great, that's us back to normal, because we're not. We're out of the, you know, like I said, the first stage, but just make sure that they do not get into the second stage. And my fear is that now they'll just go back to running the country. You know what I mean? What they try to do to humanity, they should not be within 2 feet of running the country. My opinion. So I'll leave that with you, New Zealand. Just hopefully that's been okay for you. Thanks very much, because the subscribers has gone up. So thanks very much. I hope you're getting something from these readings. As you can see, I think it's that way. My thing with it is there for, because obviously my background is media, so I know how they manipulate. I know how, and you know, that's why I started doing readings on politics, because I thought, surely to goodness, you know, God's winning. You know, because I feel as if it was you know, a battle between good and evil, and that's why I kind of started doing that. Okay. Anyway, so I'll be back. I'll maybe try. What day is this? Thursday? Maybe Saturday night. I'll try and do one for Australia and see how we're getting on, how Australians are getting on. Canada, a wee update in Canada that I seen last night. The emergency powers have been revoked. So I think he went rogue. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. You know, and he get pulled right back in. No, he exposed exposed himself, and this kind of. But I think that's what he was to do. You know. Anyway, I'll go. I'm going to do another update reading on the Queen, because the now what's coming out of Buckingham Palace, she's cancelled another 2 engagements. I think she's gravely ill. I know some people think that she's not here anymore, but I don't get that. I get that she still is, but she's gravely ill. Okay, so I'll do one in the Queen as well. But so that was the reading for New Zealand. Thanks very much for tuning in. Somebody asked about the cards, the decks. I'll go through the decks, okay? Maybe can I just maybe put it up the decks? I use loads of decks, but I've got 4 main ones I use for my politics because they seem to kind of be in tune. All right, so I'll go through them and I'll let you know. Anyway, I'll go. Have a lovely weekend. I mean, I know it's only Thursday, but we're coming into the weekend. Have a nice weekend. I feel as if the energy is coming up. It is coming up. The dark energy's leaving. But we'll just make sure that it stays away, and those who done that get what's coming to them. Anyway, I'll go and I'll be back soon. All right. Bye for now.